This week in Doctor Who, the Doctor doesn't commit a war crime, Jimmy wants to do what to RTD, the 14th Doctor revealed, and the Stig is here. This and more in Mad Men with a Box.
Hello everybody, my name is Professor Pixel here for Mad Men with a Box with, of course, my co-hosts Jimmy and OZ Chris. How are we doing today,
Hello.
fellas?
I'm good.
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 Are you fine?
Did you forget how English works?
I got a little stutter.
It's a stutter.
Just a little bit. Anyway, we are here today to discuss Food Fight, but that's later. Of course, at this time in our show, we take a special moment and look to our fearless Jimmy.
Well, considering we know what he wants to do to a certain someone,
Stop!
let's so
Okay. That was a private shit.
we'll get to that.
This is private.
Okay, well,
I can trust you guys, but apparently I can't.
No.
What do you have for us this week, Jimmy?
This weekend, well, first thing we got to talk about this RTD2. RTD2 is finally in production. Yeah, fucking yes!
Let's go.
Before anyone gets too excited, this doesn't mean that he's cast someone yet. It just means pre-production, which could mean anything.
No, that means they cast someone.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yes, it does.
Huh.
I don't know if they who it is. Obviously, they haven't come out with shit. But this is huge news. If they're in pre-production, that means they're getting shit ready for the 14th Doctor.
They're going backwards.
Yeah, you said fuck it. I would be okay with Tom Baker coming back. Like, I'm not even joking. 14th as the curator. This is where he comes in. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But so I think this means they cast someone and now they know how to set. They're setting up around it.
Yeah, no, I'm ready for production I've been ready for production to be ready, so that way we can be ready for the show to come back into its former glory without having to deal with the two other specials that we have to go through.
Oh, it's going to be terrific. I
can't wait for the leaks. Either the leaks or BBC purposely spoiling it because they're dumb.
I think
we could have hit the fact the original Cybermen design was coming back for Capaldi's last two episodes, but no, we decided to tell you before the series started. It's like, why would you do that, BBC? You fucking idiots!
It is the best version of the Cybermen, no doubt. The original form is the best version because they're actually scary, and I loved it. But besides that,
they're still people. They just have bits added to them.
That pain scene. Oh my god, it's so good. But so he's coming back. I'm excited. One, we get more Russell T. The Big Dick Davies. There's a whole other really behind that. So we get him coming back, and we get good storytelling and good character-driven stories, which I think all stories should be character-driven, unless you're reading a Robert Kirkman book. But everything should be character-driven.
Yeah. Fair. Get ready for Love and Monsters 2.
Blocked and reported.
Oh,
So that deserved 2 rounds of applause because I love that man. Oh, we did find the 14th Doctor. This is a leak. Good old Harbo Holmes came out. 14th Doctor found by a casting agency. And now here's the thing: it's another woman, and I genuinely believe this would be a great Doctor.
I need to hear why.
There's just 2 problems I have with this. One, it's not Chris Pratt. 2,
what? We were so close to getting by.
2, I don't think this is real. I don't think it's a real.
Oh, it's
woman.
not. It's not.
Nah. This is one of them. What do the cool kids say? A deep fake? Just not
AI?
on porn. Just deep fake image.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, yeah. So
yeah, Reddit banned that.
This is an AI created image. And to be fair, I don't give a crap, man. I feel like if this person exists, by the way, there is about genetics wise, there's only so many different variations a person can look. There should be, I think they said 11 versions of us out there in the world that look kind of like us.
You know, there was one time that I ran into I was going into a gas station, and it was one of those crazy scenes. You turn your head, 3 different sized versions of people who look exactly like me. No joke. They had the same hairstyle because my hair was cut shorter, so it was nice up there. Same facial structure, and they all wore glasses. They all looked like me. It was a family of about 4 or 5 Professor Pixels just walking into this van. Parents who looked nothing like them.
Burn the world. Burn the whole world. Burn it.
I was gonna say, if there's anyone in the world that looks like me, I feel sorry for you. Share the pain. Together we're strong.
People look like me. I mean, good for them. Good for them. So to be fair, I imagine this person like in the full get up and suit, and I could actually see if the next doctor is a woman, I kind of want them to be a little older, middle aged, and more experienced.
Guys, this is just every 6th English woman in any British show ever. That's all she is. There's somebody with a short haircut of dark hair. Sometimes it's a little gray, so it's like peppery, and she has a few more wrinkles. But it's this woman, sixth woman in every show ever.
Hire her. Yeah. So this is fake, but you know what? God damn it! I kind of want it to be real. Like, good for this thing. All right, next, Jodie Whittaker she's crazy. She's charging $220 for a meet and greet thing at Comic-Con, London Comic-Con.
220 pounds.
Well, to be fair, this is mainly the agents. The agents really are the ones that set the prices.
Her agent must think really highly of her run on Doctor Who. Like,
no, she's the current one, so she's got more demand.
So one who's been viewed by the least amount of people.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I go to conventions regularly now. It started like 5 years ago. Just every year. There's MegaCon in the area, so we go to it. And there have been people from Doctor Who there. And I believe that for just to get a picture that they provided, not to get a picture with them, to get a picture they provided of David Tennant signed, it was $125. And he hasn't been the Doctor at that point for years. So
he's worth it. He is the modern day incarnation of the Doctor. The most popular. That makes sense. No, he is the modern day. In the public side, the modern day incarnation of the Doctor. When you think the Doctor, modern day people think David Tennant. So that makes sense. But Jodie Whittaker,
she's currently the Doctor.
Yes. The worst one we've ever had. You know what? Second worst.
Shut your damn mouth.
Colin Baker, man.
Shut your damn mouth. I want to get a photo of Colin Baker. I want him to sign it. And in fact, I'll pay for 2 of them. I want to crumple them into a big ball and jam it.
I would too, and throw it in the fire.
Into your mouth. Just so that way you can eat it, Jimmy. You can.
Yeah, that would be great.
Colin Baker doesn't deserve your shit.
I'll accept it. I'll eat it. I don't give a shit. You want to know why? Because I'll shit it out. Just like they did with his series.
You wouldn't know, would you? But anyway.
So, yes. So Christopher Eccleston is $95. That makes sense. You want to know why? Because he was only... No, it makes sense. It makes sense.
No.
He doesn't show up to Comic-Con, so when he does, it's like a rare thing. And he can charge, like $10 more than Matt Smith? And he's more famous than Matt Smith?
What? Okay. More
in the world, yes. Yes, he is broken into the world stage of acting in bigger movies than Matt Smith. Matt Smith is just now getting into the bigger movie side of Hollywood. Just now.
But I mean, that's after Christopher Eccleston was kicked out of the big side of movies, so...
He's still more well known. Like that makes sense to have Christopher Eccleston charge a little bit more, but I think he should be less than David Tennant. I'm just kind of saying.
Yeah, but Christopher Eccleston prices himself higher above everybody. He's a wee bit egotistical there, and Peter Capaldi. He's the man. Like
I love him. Look, he's charging only $75,
which is what Jodie charges for her autograph too.
That makes sense. She should probably charge like $20.
But for a meet and greet, which, like Chris says, their agents set these things up, just like with comic.
Chris didn't say that. You said that.
I did.
Oh, you did?
I said.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought Professor Pixel was like, he said it. I'm just gonna repeat what I said just to.
No. I can take my own words if I said like I said. But no, so like you said, the agent set these things up. It's sadly the way of it. Not that I would pay really anything.
Oh, so if the agents set it up, then why are you calling Christopher Eccleston egotistical about his charges then?
Because he has his agent. He has always been priced above everybody else.
The next thing we got to talk about is pretty important. All the modern Who showrunners characterize the Doctor in a very different way. From their personality to the companion chemistry to the story arc, there are many distinctions. Sorry. I mean, one of these is a distraction to be found. Out of the three, who do you think wrote the character of the Doctor the best, and why? Who now? Let's go down. Let's go down the list. Professor Pixel, I know you chose Moffat. Now, why?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and choose Moffat like a lot of people.
That 5.4% for Chibnall are wrong. You're allowed to have your opinions, but you're wrong.
You're allowed to have your wrong opinions.
Okay. You're going to have to cut this up a little bit because I'm going to show. There's one tweet if you go down. Okay, 1 second.
Oh my god.
Just 1 second. It's not going to.
I know you're good. You're fan.
Right here. She has whoever it is. Has Jodie Whittaker in her thing.
Why does it always have to be a content? Do we really need to validate?
Why does it have to be a content?
I wonder who they like. I wonder which showrunner they would pick.
I wonder why they're upset. I really do. What is this contest?
Why is only 5.4% for the best showrunner?
So here is what I'm going to say about going back to what you asked, Jimmy, why I said Stephen Moffat. Because I feel like a lot of people in the replies were saying, I feel the Doctor is the most under Moffat. When he's writing the Doctor, I felt like he was the core of the character. I like RTD, of course. But when I'm weighing between the two, the closest I've ever felt to Doctor Who has been under Moffat's time for me. And
no, I agree with that to a point, but only to a point. The only reason I agree with it to a point is because he wrote the Doctor as a title of something to like live up to. He's always trying to live up to the title of the Doctor. But I feel like after a while, it should just become second nature, and he shouldn't just have to struggle to do it every 2 seconds. It's like, and he did it so repeatedly, it got annoying. Like when he did it with Matt Smith, hands down, amazing. First 2.5 seasons, amazing. And then the second half, that's a whole different story. But and then it went to Peter Capaldi of him going, I'm the Doctor, and trying to find out what that means again. Yeah, but we just saw that with Matt Smith. We don't need to see that again.
Yeah.
I don't see it that way because he wasn't trying.
Don't get me wrong. I love Peter Capaldi. Oh God, I love him.
I think under Peter Capaldi, while he was dealing with Clara, he was dealing with the fact that he was becoming far too reliant on his company at that point. While Matt
Sonic
Smith,
screwdriver.
I mean, that can be applied to the entire modern era.
I just want to throw that in there.
Yeah.
But while 12 had issues with Bean himself, that was because he was too busy caring about Clara. And that's not even in a romantic level, because he moved past that as soon as he became old. But he was reliant on her. And thus, when she got killed, he lost the doctor. And that's why she wiped his mind, took that away, so that way he could be
I get it. But I feel like we just went through that with Matt Smith.
I just think they're different takes. But RTD, he also really...
He did that with the doctor. He was willing to break the universe, split Manhattan in half, just to go into that city with, the Weeping Angels and stuff like that. He was willing to do that. That's basically Peter Capaldi's doctor, but just times 10.
Yep. But I still feel like when he has the doctor there, he does bring it down to the core of who he is with his connection to humanity, with his companions, all of that. That is top tier, the doctor, for me. So that's why I chose Stephen Moffat.
Chris, what's your thoughts? You chose Chibnall, didn't you?
I would for the meme, but no.
Chris is the 5.4%.
I am. That's just me with all my with all my alt accounts.
And that one guy is like, "Why does everything have to be a conversation?"
Yeah, that was actually me. Yeah. And the thing is, it's really a toss up between RTD and Moffat, because I enjoy both ways that they like. They're both of their distinctions with the Doctor. Both have their flaws with the Doctor, but I equally liked both of them. With the Ninth Doctor being, the war-torn, he's learning to be, less, trying to move on from that, and Rose is helping with that. Then you get that fully with the 10th Doctor, and then, the 11th Doctor, amateur professional, or however he would distinct himself. He's a young man again, but he's very old. And then retroactively,
I love that. That's why he is
at
brilliant.
the end. Yeah, and then retroactively, you kind of it leans into more of that when you find out he's the end of his run. He doesn't know that there's no more. It will end with him until he gets a new regeneration, and then they kind of mess that up. Yep. And then Capaldi bringing in a different spin. We've had enough of these young doctors. The companions just fall in love with him because he's just so goddamn gorgeous and amazing. And he's now he's an echo of the first Doctor. He's the beginning of the new run. It's okay, it's kind of like the first Doctor. He's old, grumpy, but he's had the history, so he's not completely like that. So I know. If there was a fourth option of just RTD and Moffat, I would pick that. I really can't decide between the two because they have their pros and cons, and I like both of them.
I got to go with Big Dick Davies.
Of course.
Because this was the first time. Pixel's going to get pissed off, but this was the first time the Doctor was introduced as the title and something to live up to. He was the first one to do that. Because with Christopher Eccleston, he was I wasn't the Doctor before the Time War. I am now basically the Doctor again. This is who I am right here, right now. As he said in the second episode, when she asked, "Where are you from? Who are you? What's your past?" He goes, "I am right here. This is who I am right now, right here in this exact moment. This is who I am. I'm the Doctor." And because the past, it's not. It wasn't the Doctor, as we know, the War Doctor. But at that moment, he was the title, the Doctor. And then David Tennant with his arc of being where's the line and stuff like that of from Doctor to not Doctor. I mean, you saw that with the Water of Mars, where he crosses the line and he goes, "Oh man, I went too far. That wasn't the Doctor moment. That was something much more and much more scary. It could even be." I feel like RTD And plus, it's more character driven. RTD is the character writer. Let's be honest, does characters better. Just throwing that in there. So I got to give it to Russell T.
We're fairly balanced here. I'm hardcore Moffat. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. So, at this point in our show, we have gone through This Week in Who, but now it's time to talk about actually somebody we were already talking about a little bit earlier, Christopher Eccleston. And it is time for the final part of the Ravagers, not from the Flux. No, the good Ravagers from the Big Finish story. And we're on Food Fight, the final episode.
Yes. Yeah. So in preparation, I watched the 2012 Food Fight film. It didn't help. I was completely lost, and it was terrible. And I realized, wrong Food Fight.
Jeez.
That's beautiful. It's amazing.
So this is the final part. We're tying everything together, and it's coming to a close. And I don't know exactly where I am with this. With the first one, I wasn't feeling it. And with the second one, I really did. I think I upped my rating of it, but we're not going into ratings yet. But this one is, I don't know. I personally felt like it was kind of on the mark, yet it was bloated.
Right.
Did either of you feel that way?
Yeah. It's just like, okay, remember the characters we introduced in the first story? We got to bring them back, and they've got to do something. Then they're going to just disappear. Okay, we're done. Those characters, their usefulness is done. Now we just focus on the Doctor and Nova and Audrey. That's it. It's like, okay, at least they did something, but like, that's it.
Yeah. They should have just told me that all the Doctor needed to do was go through a time eddy by himself, and he could have solved it right then and there. But no, let's go ahead and have Marcus Aurelius come in and.
No, that was cool though. That was really cool.
I
think this is the exact part of the story where Nova's character actually shines. I think she really came out of her shell in this and was like, screw it. We're into the weird. Let's just go for it. And then at the end, we get to see her her past self come back into this. And you know what? Yeah, like thing about this is the thing. How do I phrase this? Whenever there's like movies or TV shows where there's like parts of there's movies and TV shows where sometimes a character, he gets amnesia. This character could be a horrible person, and he gets amnesia. Doesn't know anything about his past. Whoever this character is now, with amnesia, whoever this character is could be good. And what happens after their character growth with the amnesia? Like, I'm a good person. I'm really good. But when they get their memories back, how would that affect them? Would they revert back to being that person, or would they or would it be a mix, or would it be like, I'm still this person, but I've done stuff in the past apparently? So for this, it was like you could see that with Nova. Like he went back in the past and was like, all right, we just did this whole crazy journey and stuff like that. She has no concept of who he is or anything. Could that affect her personality forthward? And it didn't. It kept her like who she was, and I appreciate that.
So here's the thing about that, though. It kept her back to who she was, but after he solves the problem at the end, he has a moment where he's drinking. According to the TARDIS wiki, he definitely was under some kind of influence, though I can't remember seeing the Doctor.
Yeah, it was
yeah, but she comes in and she has really no memory other than him earlier saying, "Hi, I'm going to see you later. You remember that?" And we lost Nova. I get that she's the same person, but the Nova that we were with for the past 2 episodes is gone. And all that connection isn't there. Even at the end when they're clicking again, and I promised you one adventure, so where would you like to go? That I don't feel that anymore because it's not Nova. It's not the person we saw. That was wiped away. And kind of just sucks for me, that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, considering how much like Nova shines in this episode, and also showing how much, even having just essentially just met this person, how much he trusts her, considering like the big point is that, these drones will only listen to the Doctor because he gave them the order. Now, it turns out they will also listen to Nova because he trusted her that much. All of that is gone from at least Nova's side. For the Doctor, he's still got that because he remembers it all. But from Nova, everything that we got from her has reset back to 0. And this is the only story she's in that we know of so far. Just going off the wiki, this is the only story she's in.
It is.
So we get nothing else with her.
That's why I'm upset about it. Because it's like, I want more of her. But it was cool because he set her up at the end, like he gave her what he promised.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, I get that. I get that he gives her what he promised, even though she doesn't remember it. It's just not... it's like I almost wasted my time with her, getting connected to her because she's wiped away. Even though it's the same person, just without that experience is what made me like her. And now it doesn't exist anymore.
I wouldn't go that far.
On the other side of the
we did
spectrum,
just have this adventure with her for three whole episodes. So it's like, even though for me this is going to be like, even though we're not going to see her again, we just, it's kind of like Donna's first episode in the Christmas Invasion. That one episode with her, or Voyage of the Damned with Astrid. Yes, it's that one episode, but we have a story to go back to. It's like this was a good one.
See, here's the difference though, because with Donna, she remembered that adventure. At the end of it, she remembered it. So when it's partners in crime and she sees him through the window and they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's you!"
Okay, you could do that.
You don't have that.
But at the end of Donna's arc, though.
Okay, yes, but that was to be heartbreaking. That was supposed to be heart-wrenching. This isn't. It was just thrown in there to.
I know, but it's like we're not going to get any more with Donna. We're not going to get any more with Nova.
But on the other side of the spectrum, the person that we thought was the villain isn't. What's her name? Agatha?
Yeah. Audrey.
Audrey.
Yeah.
And she comes in now, and she's like, "I've been waiting for you, Doctor, because you are the one I trust to help get us out of this mess."
Yeah.
And the Doctor is able to solve it in such a way that the creatures, the Ravagers, the good Ravagers, not the ones featured in Flux, the good Ravagers are sustained while not tearing apart time. So the Doctor not only saves the day by, saving everybody, he's also able to take the creatures and sustain them. Because they aren't exactly monsters.
No, they're just hungry.
It's what they do.
It's just what they do. They eat.
So,
and then at the same time, redeeming Audrey and then also freeing everyone. It's like, okay, I did this for you. The least you could do is, since you don't need people for this game, you can get them off there. Also, you don't need slaves. You can get rid of them. You don't need them for fugitive anymore, this game. So there. That's the least you can do because I helped you. And we saved the universe.
It's kind of a baller move, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
The only place where
Abraham Ninth Doctor over here.
Yes, please.
Being the slaves. That's right. Get him a top hat now. But like I said, the only problem I really have with this episode is what happens with Nova at the end. And
it's not even really a problem.
It's a problem with me, okay? Okay.
It is a problem with you. But okay, I genuinely think because last week I gave it a 4, 5.
Yeah.
You gave the last episode a 4.
Maybe
Yeah,
that was a
us
little
two.
harsh.
Me,
I'll say
me,
5.
me and Jimmy didn't particularly like the second story. Pixel did.
This one really made it like it improved it a lot. And this one, this wasn't drawn out. Everything in this episode felt like it needed to be here. I really appreciate it for that because last week they didn't. Oh, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, they didn't do that. So it's really good. I liked it. I kind of want to go into ratings.
Go ahead. It is time to go ahead and rate this special feature that we have. And we're going to start, of course, with Jimmy, who's ready to go into ratings.
You know what? If we go back and look, every time you're the host, you always start with me. How about we switch it up there? A little biased. You like me more?
Okay.
A little weird?
I think that's wrong because I have said Chris before. But Chris, then how about you?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I agree. You've said Chris before, but you always start with me. I mean, you said Chris's name like 20 seconds
Well, we always
ago.
go clockwise from host.
No, that's not how it works. All right.
That's how it works literally every other time.
right, Pixel, go ahead.
Okay, I'll start. So, I have said my problems. I feel there actually is a little bit of bloat just in there. It's not enough to make me dislike the thing, but that thing with the Nova is nagging at me. So I rated the first episode, I believe, a 7. And then I went 7.5 because something about it really clicked with me. This one, I've got some problems with. I like a lot of it. But I think I'm actually going to go back down to a 7. I think it's a fairly good ending. I think it's a fairly good ending. I don't think it's the best ending. That's just how I feel. And with Nova,
Your
person
feeling's wrong.
the most, the person I connected with the most in this entire feature, her in the second episode, brilliant. This one, it kind of just does her character a disservice to wipe away everything we've seen her experience. So, a 7 is where I'll place it.
How do we vote to get people out of the Yeah, every time I have an idea of like what I like, man, you just come out and just throw something out there that I swear this episode's this is fucking good. I give this not a 7. I gave it an 8. And I would have given it an 8.5 if Nova continued to come out and do more. But I don't see it as a problem. It's just like, I kind of...
And that's the problem, Jimmy.
It's not a problem. It's really not. It's a good end to her arc, but it's also just like, I kind of wish we saw more, but oh well. Like, I'm not upset about it. Like you. So, yeah, I think this is a really good one. Christopher Eccleston, when he says, I'm back in the TARDIS. Oh, you did it, old girl. That gives me chills, man. That gives me chills. I love it when the Doctor says old girl. Because that means it shows a relationship he has with the TARDIS. And it's beautiful. I love it. This whole episode's great. 8. I'll give it 8. It's a solid 8. But overall, since for the whole story, 7.5.
Okay. I guess wait. Before we go to Chris, I guess I should rate the entire story.
Yes.
Which actually, if I'm rating the story all together, I've been rating parts by parts. I'm actually going to put this story up to an 8.
All right, Chris.
All right. Me. Lucky me lost. Well, I would have to give this... Well, I gave the first story a 7. I believe I gave the second one a 6 or a 6.5. I would have to go back and make it a 7. It is an okay end. It has some problems. Like, there is bloating. A lot of those extra characters, they're just like, okay, they've done something. See ya. You're gone. You're out. Nova, yeah. I wish we still get more out of Nova.
You know what?
She really has time to shine in this, and then it's kind of reset back, and we still don't have anything unless a future Big Finish release decides, oh, look, we're going to do a Nova story. Says, okay. Until then, I don't know. I kind of agree with Pixel in some parts.
Nope.
But I think it was a I think it was a fine end. It wrapped up everything nicely.
I say shit. I can't.
blown away.
I couldn't remember what was the ding or what was the.
But yeah, 7 out of 10 for this. For the entire thing, ooh, given that 7's 7 as well. For the entire thing, 7.
Yeah, I gave it 7.5.
It's not.
We're roughly around the same.
It's not the best Big Finish release. It's good. It's fine. For as a starter, it's fine. It could have been worse.
I personally love that we're all across it. So he's at a 7. You're 7.5 for it all, and I'm an 8. So that if that doesn't tell you how different we feel
anti-clockwise, the anti-clockwise rise.
But yes, that is our show. Fuck Chris Chibnall. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We will see you next time. Bye.
See ya.